Peace be with you and greetings. Welcome to this video presentation. My name is Mark Nimo, and I want to title this message, This Is It. This is it. I'm sure for many of you who are big fans of Michael Jackson, the king of pop, you've heard this message, this is it. He was preparing for his last, if you like, tour, worldwide tour, and of course, he met his untimely death, and all of us were just broken at the death of Michael Jackson. But as I think of this is it, I was thinking of the readings in this post-resurrection kind of period that the church offers us. And one of it is John chapter 10, verse 10. John 10:10. It says, the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But I have come that you might have life in all its fullness. And I think for me, this is it. Where do you find life? Where do you find the fullness of life? It's in Jesus. And so when you and I discover who Jesus is and enter into a relationship with Jesus, it's like basically we found it. Because this is it. This is like the key to all our struggles, our restlessness, all our everything that has to do with our dis-ease, Constantly we don't know what we're longing for, what we're looking for. And so this is it. Life in Christ. This is it, if you like. And so John chapter 17 verse 3 tells us, eternal life is this, to know you, the only one true God, and your Son Jesus Christ, whom you sent. Very, very powerful. As you continue to just read the Gospel of John, all these texts keep emphasizing this idea about life in Christ. John 3:16, a famous Bible verse. What does it say? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that anyone who believes in him may not perish but have everlasting life. Again, it's based on this whole idea of life. And I say again, this is it. This is the life we're looking for. Nothing else, nothing more. This is the only life we're looking for. And of course, I like to end with John chapter 6, the famous bread of life, if you like, text in the scriptures, where Jesus is having this discourse on the bread of life. What does it mean for him to give us his body and his blood? And at a point, the people listening to him say, so sir, give us this bread always. Give us this bread always. And Jesus says, whoever comes to me will never hunger, and whoever believes in me will never thirst. Now, are you hungry for something? Are you thirsty for something? What are you looking for? When you discover this life in Christ, I say again, this is it. And so to conclude, my basic message is this, how do we come to this life in Christ? It's like seeking to know God and being known by God. Listen to that carefully. Knowing God and being known by God. Okay? So it's like you try to seek after God, and then you open yourself up to be known by God. I know many of us probably on that first level, we're doing very well. We want to know God. We want to know God. We want to know God. But when God says, I want to know you, what do you say in return? Okay, so this is very key. So let your prayers be two things. Lord, I want to know you. Okay, and then secondly, Lord, I want to be known by you. Okay, that's Psalm 139, a very powerful psalm. So make that as a psalm of reflection. Listen to what the psalmist says. Lord, you have probed me. You know me. You know when I sit and stand. You understand my thoughts from afar. My travels and my rest you mark. With all my ways you are familiar. Even before a word is on my tongue, Lord, you know it all. Behind and before you encircle me and rest your hand upon me. Such knowledge is beyond me, far too lofty for me to reach. Get to verse 13 and it says, you formed my inmost being. You knit me in my mother's womb. I praise you. So wonderfully you made me. Wonderful are your works. My very self you knew. So this is a dialogue he's having about this idea of God knowing him. He ends up verse 23 and 24. Probe me, God. Know my heart. Try me. Know my concerns. See if my way is crooked. Then lead me in the ancient path. So I say again, this is it. I mean, we all dance to the music of Michael Jackson and all that. And he rightly, if you like, as a curtain, he was closing up his life. He says, this is it. But I dare to say to you, this is it has a lot to do with, life in Christ. When you discover this, this is it. So God bless you.